This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my review of Ghostbusters Afterlife. And I actually got to see this opening day. I was planning on seeing it at the time of the weekend, but I originally had other plans for Friday night, but those got changed, and I went and decided to see this with my family. And the first thing I have to say is that was the most crowded I have seen a theater since before the pandemic began. There was almost no empty seats in there. And yeah, I think that was very good. And as I hinted at in my video yesterday, this movie was amazing. I think that it is really good. It's not as good as the first Ghostbusters, but I still think it's really good. Yeah, let's go into it. There will be spoilers, but you should have known that clicking on a review of the movie, unless it says spoiler-free review. Then you can be mad if they do spoil something accidentally. So let's go into it. So we start with, well, Egon's grandkids. Well, actually, we start with Egon's death. And I think that was very well done, since we weren't, exactly seeing his face. We're seeing him run around and always seeing him from odd angles. And that was one of the best ways to do it. And, well, made you think that, well, made that part at the end even more surprising, which I think was, well, I think that ending was really great. And continuing to it, we then see, well, his grandkids and his daughter are having hard times, and they move out to his home, which is, basically in the middle of nowhere. I don't remember the town's name, but it was founded by the guy who built the apartment building in the first Ghostbusters. And yeah, we watched the first Ghostbusters the day after I saw this one, since the films are so connected. And yeah, it helped me be able to remember a few things, because I kind of forgot about this guy. I wasn't exactly thinking of him, but yeah, that's a nice, well tie-in. And I think that, you know, uh, we're counting it to be the building was built from minerals from the mine, which was another shrine to Gozer, was also done really well. And yeah, I think that was done well. And I like how they're, slowly able to figure it out and make their connections. But I do think the movie was intended to be longer. And I'll explain that in a little bit when I get to the part where I'm going to talk about that. I just wanted to bring that up now in case I forget. So if I do forget, let me know in the comments. But continuing on, I had a lot of fun watching this. I think the podcast was a fun character. And then, I don't remember the brother's name is. I do remember Phoebe, and I don't remember what although I don't remember the older ones, their names as much. So kind of the love interest of, I know the guy is Mike from Stranger Things, I think. I know it's the actor. I can't think of his name. I think it starts with a T, but I don't remember. But yeah, continuing, I think that this movie was done really well. And it was very interesting as they discovered more and more and caught Muncher, who is kind of the stand-in for Slimer in this, since Slimer, well, was not in this at all. Although what was odd is at the, well, theater I went to, they had collectible cups that, and they gave out, it's like a random topper for them. And one of the ones we got with the collectible cup was Slimer. It wasn't blue like Muncher, but it was Slimer. So I wonder if he was cut from the movie. But I'm not 100% on that. It may just be since Slimer is so well known with the Ghostbusters franchise, he was, well, being put on the cups. And yeah, continuing on, we go through the rest of the film. We have them revealing more and kind of destroying a bunch of the town, trying to catch Muncher, where they are sent to prison and their mom gets them out. And at this point, they don't really know what to do. We get a return of the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper as they possess the mom and Mr. Gruber. It was Gruber, Gruberson. I don't remember which one. I don't know. I don't know. I know it's one of those two. Yeah, they are possessed and go to release Gozer. And then, well, the police station is completely abandoned for some reason, so they're able to get in. They release Muncher to get the equipment out and go to try to catch the. Oh, they go try to catch and defeat Gozer. And also mentioning something when they're in prison. I think that was a nice call to the Ghostbusters at the beginning when the time they were in jail. It was a nice fun well phone call. Yeah, continuing on to the rest of it. I think it was really interesting as they were going there, but I think with the daughter of the police captain, I can't remember her name. I think that there was a well-timed cut because it seems like she just kind of joined up with them, kind of randomly after they, well, were in the jail. So I think there were some scenes cut out. And then, well, we continue on and see the stuff with the, them capturing, I believe it, the one that possessed the mom. I can't remember if it was, I think it was the gatekeeper. And that was another, interesting moment to wonder why I didn't really do it. But since Gozer was out, Gozer was kind of, half there since one of the terror dogs is still there, the Keymaster. I'm pretty sure it might have been the other way around, but yeah, and then they do escape back to the farmhouse to try to capture Gozer, but the trap, like it did in the beginning of the film, fails, and when all hope seems lost, the three original Ghostbusters that are still alive come back, and we get a few good callbacks, including the overly complicated speech saying that there's no authority for them for Gozer to be there and to go back to the realm they're from. Since, well, it's a little hard with Gozer since it's well, Gozer is a like sexless creature, so I'm just being careful with what I say here. And yeah, so continuing, we have the another fun one, and I was really hoping for this earlier in the movie. I thought it'd be the kids who would say it, because the kids would think, a little better. And the first thing she would ask, or not she, Gozer would ask, is, "Are you a god?" And the kids would say yes. But instead, we get the callback from the original Ghostbusters as we're looking at them, like, "What do I do?" And they're like, you know what to say, and he's like, "Yes." I think that was such a fun moment, and it turns out that, well, the strategy from the first one isn't going to work again because they're smart enough to not go out the same way twice and uncrosses the streams. We also get a nice moment where we see the ghost of Egon fully recreated in CGI with the other three Ghostbusters. And yeah, I think that was a really nice moment. And I like how in this they were able to, do stuff to help, but they needed both groups, the old generation and the new generation, to be able to defeat Gozer once and for all and permanently trap Gozer. I think that was done extremely well, and there was a nice emotional send off for Egon with all of his family members. Of course, Egon didn't speak since the actor is dead, and they did a digital recreation with CGI. Yeah, I think that was done really well. It was a really nice ending, and the end credit scenes were also really nice. We have a fun interaction with the machine, the electric shock machine, which is another callback to the first Ghostbusters. And then we have a return to the fire station and a good implication that there could be a sequel. And yeah, I would be interested in seeing that, although I don't want them to maybe risk it again. But I think that was a really fun movie. I would definitely recommend you going watching it. And yeah, I definitely would recommend it. And I do hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you all in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.